Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's Ollie here. So today I wanted to put together a quick video for you. And as we're approaching the end of October, right, we're getting a third of the way into Q4. I know a lot of Amazon sellers are really excited with the sales that are starting to creep up as we move into this quarter. We've got tons of exciting stuff happening over the next few weeks, such as Black Friday, and just a 30% increase in revenue across Q4 over the whole of Amazon, and in certain categories, massive spikes in sales that I'm pretty sure everyone's going to see. But there's one question that I think is on everybody's mind right now, whether you're brand new, whether you've already got an Amazon business, whether things are moving forward and you're selling products this Q4, or whether you're just starting and you're looking to get products shipped into your account. And that question is, how is Amazon looking in 2019? So in this video, I wanted to give you a couple of tips from my perspective on what I think your approach should be for the next year if you want to maintain an Amazon business, grow it, get success in the new year. And I wanted to discuss some changes that have happened recently because I feel like I haven't really done one of these videos for a little while. So let's start off with the first thing that I think is going to be a big change next year. That is Amazon tightening even harder on their brand restrictions. Now, this is something that's happening already, right? You'll notice if you've been trying to do some arbitrage, almost everything that you're scanning in many of the popular categories at the moment keeps coming up as restricted, and you're gated in loads of different categories, particularly in the toy area. A lot of toys are restricted. And I think this is an emerging trend that we're going to start to see over more and more categories throughout the Amazon marketplace. Well, why is this happening? Well, I'm not going to touch too much on why I think it's happening because, to be honest, that doesn't really matter too much. I think it's mainly because Amazon just really want to protect their brands and also protect their customers, right? They want customers to have good quality stock, and they want their brands to be able to sell their products without any intellectual property problems. And also they want to be able to regulate their prices a little bit. So if you have hundreds of sellers on a listing, you know what happens, right? The price tanks. So because of this tightening on brand restrictions, what's the effect for us Amazon sellers? Well, in short, what it means is arbitrage is getting harder and harder. If you want to make money on Amazon long term, the answer has always been to focus on private labels, right? Arbitrage is kind of like a hobby. It's something you can do a little bit of, right? To make some money in the beginning, and there's definitely big wins you can have early on with arbitrage. But as a long-term business model, it's never been something that you can really maintain for more than a few months, unless for some reason you just love putting in like 60-hour weeks and having to deal with tons of extra storage space and boxes and all that stuff. It's never really been a long-term business model. So instead of focusing on arbitrage for too much time, just reinforce my advice, what it always is for all Amazon sellers. Really, what you want to do is focus on building a brand. Then what happens is you switch over from the side of being somebody selling other people's brands on Amazon, having to work around all these restrictions. You get to switch over to the side where you are a brand and you can actually restrict other people from selling your products, right? So Amazon clearly want to give more power to brands. That's why I suggest you actually become a brand, build your own private label products, and just get onto that side of the equation a lot sooner. I think this is something that's going to be essential as we move into 2019. I think more brands are going to be restricted. I think Amazon will get tougher on that kind of thing. Arbitrage will still be viable, but just less and less as a long-term business model. That's my first point. Next thing I wanted to talk about was this new way you can sell on Amazon. Now, this is kind of exciting, right? And there used to just be two ways you could sell on Amazon, right? Number one, sell your own products as a merchant through FBA or through Merchant Fulfilled. Number two, you could give products to Amazon so they could stock them and sell them for you, right? You could basically be a retailer supplying Amazon with stock. They've just introduced a third way, and it's kind of weird, right? They're encouraging you to launch private labels as part of Amazon's own brand. So you can actually supply private label products with Amazon's packaging, right? So it'll be under Amazon's own private label, and therefore you'll get all the boosts in search results. You'll get to use their sponsored ads campaigns, and they will essentially dictate to you any changes or anything they want you to make with the products you sell under their brand. So would I recommend that you go ahead and try doing this? Possibly. It's not necessarily a strategy I'm going to be teaching anytime soon, mainly because I don't have experience with it, and I don't know if it's necessarily the best way to move forward if you're going to build an Amazon business. I think it's better to have your own brand in a lot of ways. But here's what this signifies to me. This signifies that private label always has been and always will be the key way to penetrate the Amazon marketplace and build long-term profits. But in addition to that, it's going to put more of a squeeze on all the Amazon private label sellers, because you've got all of these people taking part in the Amazon brand program and actually expanding the Amazon private label brand. So this means that a lot of niches are going to get more and more competitive. Therefore, you have to be prepared to dominate the niche that you sell in and be the most profitable seller in that niche if you want to survive. So, private label is the way forward. Arbitrage, not necessarily going to be viable for too much longer, especially as a long-term business model. And Amazon clearly want you to do private labels, and they're expanding their own private label lines as well. So, because of all this stuff, this is going to mean that more people are doing the private label business model, right? This means that you're probably going to have more sellers from China gradually coming in and making each niche slightly more competitive. So this makes what I'm going to say even more important because of all those things. If you're going to do private label, now you have to really smash all of the 3 elements that you have to smash in order to build a successful, long-standing private label business. Here's what they are. Number 1, product research, right? You have to know which products that are going to be perfect fit for private label. You have to know which ones to avoid, right? That's something that, I mean, if you don't have that knowledge, your business isn't even going to get off the ground. Number 2, sourcing. You have to know how to find awesome suppliers, right? Build great relationships with them. Know how to avoid the suppliers that are either unreliable or the weird kind of scam artists that aren't going to help you, just going to take your money. And try and build a relationship with a supplier who can really help you and be an asset to your business, right? I've actually had relationships with suppliers where they source packaging for me. They help me source other products to bundle with my products when I import them. I've had suppliers give me payment terms and really help me as I grow my business, right? So getting a supplier is super important. And number 3, probably the most important, marketing. How do you separate your product from all the rest? How do you make it stand out? How do you add more value to your product so you can charge more? If you can nail marketing skills, it doesn't matter if there's more Chinese sellers. It doesn't matter if Amazon are competing in your niche. It doesn't matter if private label becomes more competitive, because you can make your product stand out. So, with all this stuff in mind, to help you prepare for 2019, I'm actually running a masterclass this Wednesday on how to dominate your niche as a private label seller. So this means how to become the most profitable seller in the niche you choose to sell in with your private label. So a lot of people think, all you have to do is find a really hot product, import it, send it into Amazon, and all of a sudden your work is done. That's going to result in you making tons of profit and, all the other stuff, sourcing, marketing, everything else, doesn't matter. Problem with that attitude is it just doesn't work, right? You have to have all the elements in place, and you have to aim to be the most profitable seller in the niche if you even stand a chance. So on this masterclass, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do that, exactly how to charge more than anyone else in your niche, and exactly how to prepare a strategy for your first private label launch or your next private label launch if you've done this before, to actually build a long-standing business on the Amazon platform. So click the link in the description to sign up for the masterclass. Can't wait to catch you there. Really looking forward to helping you build a business up during quarter 4, carry it over to 2019 and beyond. Cheers for watching. Click the link in the description to sign up for the masterclass, and I'll catch you there. Cheers. Take care, keep believing, and we'll speak soon.